Hello children, last class we saw microbes in household products, and today we'll see about microbes in industrial products. Okay, how useful the microorganisms are in industries. They are used to synthesize beverages, antibiotics, which are useful to humans. Okay, and this beverages, antibiotics and all, its production on a large scale, that is industrial scale, requires growing microorganisms in large vessels which are called fermenters. Okay, already the picture is there in your book, but you can see this also. There are different kinds of fermenters. This is one type of fermenter. See, the industrial bases and all, they need to grow microorganisms in large vessels which are known as fermenters. This is also a type of fermenters. Okay, and first of all we'll see about fermented beverages. Okay, yeast. You know very well yeast. Already we have seen yeast, the bakers, the baking industry, it's known as baker's yeast. And in industry, baking industry, here also it plays a significant role. Yeast, production of beverages like wine, beer, whiskey, brandy, rum, everything, yeast plays a significant role. And the same yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay, these are the beverages, wine and we saw beer, all these things. Okay, and so in this case it is known as a brewer's yeast. Okay, all by the process of fermentation which takes place in the yeast, it is known as brewer's yeast. It's used for fermenting malted cereals and fruit juices to produce ethanol. What happens if you add yeast and sugar solution like fruit juices and all these cereals? They obtain energy when they are in the sugar energy. In the sugar syrup they obtain energy. They ferment. The fermentation takes place at that time to obtain energy. They will produce alcohol. Okay, so that fruit juices or the sugar will be converted into alcohol. That is what fermentation process. To obtain energy, the product will be converted into ethanol or alcohol. So it plays a significant role in the brewing industry. And based on the raw material and types of processing, different types of alcoholic drinks are obtained. That is wine and beer without distillation. See, that is without distillation, and whiskey, brandy and rum by distillation of the fermented broth. Broth is nothing but the semi-solid extract, that it can be a cereal or a fruit juice. That extract is known as a broth, fermented broth. Without if it is by distillation, means the alcohol content will be more in the alcohol. By distillation, without distillation it will not that many. By distillation it will be more. Okay, so why this distillation is done? It removes most of the water and impurities that is present in the fermented broth. So these two kinds, okay, without distillation and other alcohols by distillation. And next we'll see about the role of antibiotics. Okay, antibiotics, you know very well, they are chemical substances which are produced by some microorganism that can kill or stop the growth of other pathogens. This is causing microorganisms. So very effective in reducing other infection caused by pathogens. Okay, in this we are going to see about penicillin. It is a very effective drug, penicillin. This penicillin was first discovered by Alexander Fleming. Yes, he is known as Alexander Fleming. He was the first, and this is what penicillin is extracted from the fungus Penicillium notatum. This is what the Penicillium notatum, and penicillin, the form of drug. This is what it's very effective against all bacterial infections. Okay, that's a story behind this, how Alexander Fleming was able to find out this penicillin. Okay, see, penicillin. What he was growing actually some bacterial colony, staphylococci bacteria. He was growing in his petri dish, culture plates. What happened suddenly? he found a mold growing in one of his unwashed culture plates around which Staphylococcus could not grow, not able to. So it was due to the chemical produced by that mold. Mold in the sense it's a fungus. Okay, and he named it as penicillin because it was that mold, that fungus name was Penicillium notatum. I just show the picture before that is what. So he named the fungus, that mold, as penicillin. Okay, but its full potential as an effective antibiotic was established or given by Ernest Chain and Howard Florey, and it was very effective against bacterial infections, all bacterial infections, and it was used to treat American wounded soldiers during World War II. Okay, later on, all the three scientists were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1945. Then after penicillin, so many even other antibiotics actually were just produced by some bacteria. They are also very effective against certain diseases. And after the discovery of all these antibiotics, some of the deadly diseases such as plague, whooping cough, diphtheria, leprosy, and all, it has, totally it has it has come down. No cases before and all, it will be more because of this antibiotic. It came down. Other actually bacterial antibiotic produced by bacteria or neomycin, streptomycin, tetracycline, they are very effective against some kind of diseases, normally for cough and sometimes infections by other pathogens. And next one is we are going to see about chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. See, we saw this industrial products was fermented beverages, fermenters given in your book. Okay, already we saw antibiotics also. Now we are going to see chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecule. The role of microorganisms in this. First of all, we'll see about organic acids. What is the role of microorganisms in organic acids? Okay, Aspergillus. First of all, we'll see Aspergillus niger. It is a fungus. Okay, which produces citric acid. Commercial production of citric acid is by this fungus Aspergillus niger. Then the next one is a bacterium, Acetobacter aceti. Acetobacter aceti, it is a bacterium acetic acid for the production of acetic acid, and Clostridium botulicum butyric acid, and lactobacillus. Already I just told you in that significant role lactobacillus, that is curd production. Lactobacillus to produce lactic acid. All these or organic acid produced by some microorganisms. Then yeast, commercial production of alcohol, ethanol, yeast. Okay, that is a fermentation process in which they obtain energy, and ethanol, alcohol, is evolved. They grow in the sugar solution, they obtain energy. And other enzymes, role of enzymes. What are the other enzymes which are used in the industries? They are produced by certain bacteria. So we'll see that lipases. Lipases, they are used in detergent formulations and helpful in removing oil stains from the laundry, and it can be very useful. Okay, very effective to remove oil stains, because ordinary soap and all, it will not go. That is also there. So this actually this is produced by bacterial genera, Bacillus or Pseudomonas, anything like bacterial source. Then the next one is enzymes, pectinases and proteases. See, it can be produced from bacteria, fungi, or yeast. They are used in the bottle juices or clarified. First of all, I'll show this lipases enzyme. I told it's used in the detergent formulations and all to remove oily stains. And the next one is, see, this is actually clarified. Bottle juices or clarified, they are made clearer. That is when you buy outside. we will add this pectinases and proteinases. If homemade fresh juice and all, we will not add these enzymes, so it will not be clarified. You can see the pulp in that. This will be very clear. So they add these enzymes that commercially if you buy this. Okay. Then streptokinase. This is another streptokinase. Streptokinase. I'll show this picture. Streptokinase. This is also produced by the bacteria Streptococcus. Streptokinase. Here you can see the picture of the streptokinase. It's an enzyme. ACE. If it's ending with ACE, means it's an enzyme. Okay, this is produced by Streptococcus. As Streptococcus, it is modified by genetic engineering and used as a clot buster. It is used as a clot buster, that is to remove clots in the blood vessel. Usually to remove clots from the blood vessels of patients who have undergone myocardial infarction. That is nothing but medical terminology is a heart attack only. We will say myocardial infarction. If they have block in the coronary artery, the artery that goes to the heart, so to remove the clots from the blood vessels, clot buster, it is used for that. Okay. And then bioactive molecules. Purpose of bioactive molecules we'll see. I think you have just enzymes and all. You just see my notes for this lipases and pectinases, proteases. You can follow this. Then we'll see about bioactive molecules. And those bioactive molecules are cyclosporin A. Cyclosporin A. It is used as a It is used as a immunosuppressive agent in organ transplant patients. We have already seen this in the immune system. I said already, transplantation, our body thinks that foreign organ, it is as a foreign organ, tries to reject. So for organ transplant patients, they will give this kind of medicines to suppress the immune system. So cyclosporin A is used as a immunosuppressive agent in transplant patients, and this is produced by a fungus. We'll see the picture of that fungus, Trichoderma polyspora. Okay, this fungus. Okay, Trichoderma polyspora. Okay, next one is statins. Okay, it is used as a cholesterol lowering agent. Okay, blood cholesterol. I'll show this statins. I'll show the picture. This is what cholesterol lowering agent. It acts by inhibiting the enzymes responsible for the synthesis of cholesterol. Okay, it stops the enzyme responsible for the synthesis of cholesterol, so that will not be synthesized. Okay, statins, and it is produced by yeast Monascus purpurus. Okay, Monascus purpurus. So this also, these are the uses of microorganisms in the field of medicine. Okay. So the next one we'll see in the next class. I think the next one is that we saw first household products, sewage treatment. I think the next is microbes in sewage treatment, and this we'll see in the next class. Okay, follow my notes for all these things. Follow my notes. Okay, all these whatever I've shown. Okay, children, have a good day.